Here's my main issue with the baby formula church experiment videos. I fully agree that churches should help people, and many don't. But I've watched 15 of these videos where that creator called a church and asked if they could give her a can of baby formula for her starving baby. In 10 of the 15, they gave her a referral to a place in their community that would have baby formula. However, each time someone recommended a local resource, she lied and said that she had reached out to them and that they had said to reach out to local churches. Now, those churches that gave her a referral, even to a place that they donate to, were labeled as unwilling to help. However, anybody who has spent any amount of time in the social services sector realizes the importance of specialization. When you can centralize resources and experience, you can better help people. For example, in my area, a nearby church admin applied for and was granted $5,000 from WIC to get baby formula and other supplies. So if someone came to me asking for baby formula, I would refer them to this local congregation, which is close, so that they could get a lot more than just one small can of baby formula. If they needed it, I would drive them there. Another example of this, at my churches, we've collected over 300 items for our local food shelf, and we'll continue collecting more in November. We would be a pretty bad food shelf on our own, but when we pool our food and volunteers with other churches and organizations, suddenly we can help people in a much more sustainable way. People who are in need of food would be better served by going to one location rather than trying to piecemeal resources together. So anytime a church admin can direct somebody to a specialized system, that's probably the right thing for them to do. That being said, sometimes there is no good system and you just have to scramble to make things work. Once I drove somebody 2.5 hours to Minneapolis because they just got out of prison and they didn't have any place to stay in our small town. My wife and I let an unhoused person shower at our house during church and drop them off at a nearby city at their request. I've given people money from the church and from myself many times. I agree Christians are called to help our neighbor. I also agree that many churches completely fail at this. However, centralizing resources isn't an unchristian action. It's a better way of serving people in need.